Hey everybody, like we are live. I'm just finding space, verifying that every audio phone. Have it. Guys, let me know. Okay. Cat Fox, how you doing? Starting to thaw out down there in Tennessee. Also, too, give me a shout out where you're at, where you're located. Hear me okay, Johnny? All of my soft software. Curtis, can't hear. That was the I was testing. I forgot to turn my mic on, so you should be able to hear me now. Right. Trying. Oh, I know. I know what's the problem is. Yeah. All right. Oh, I know what's the problem is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, something was weird with. I had two microphones plugged in, so I don't know if I was. I don't know if they were interfering with each other or what. But okay, looks like we're good now. So let me. I know what's the problem is. Yeah. Just pause that. All right. Okay. So, good evening, everybody. How we doing? Let's see who we got in the house. We got on, and this is just on YouTube. We got Johnny Fox, SK from SK's Crappie Catching Adventures. Thanks for joining. And Johnny Fox again. Curtis Knight from up there, Mudville, Illinois, or something, right? Up north in Illinois. And Bad Echo. All right, hang on, guys. Now I'm good. Like I said, I think I had two microphones trying to outdo each other or something. So hopefully that is better now. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to get my stuff together. So anyway, let me get back to my main streaming page here. And hey, Victor, how you doing? We have Victor. All right, all right. So we got anyway SK. We got Texas in the house. We got Illinois. We got Missouri. Hey, Blake Ray, Mr. Blake Ray, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining. Blake Gray, the owner and creator of Getting Jiggy Jigs. Some really good stuff. I'm trying to keep up on my chat here, but it's kind of weird. So I can only see like the last couple. So if you join, just if I don't give you a shout out, make sure you let me know about it. Give me the business. So I'm just getting over here so I can maybe see some of the other chats here. Or I can see them on my phone too. All right. If Facebook will cooperate. Here we are. You see some of the other chats here. Okay. All right, I'm just trying to get myself together here. Hi, Lois. How you doing? It is cold out here, Lois. Actually, I'm in my basement, thankfully. Lois wanted to know if it's cold out where I was sitting, but no, I'm indoors. It's a little soggy out there right now. Stuart Ferris, Goreville, Illinois. If it is Goreville, Illinois, I know that part of the world fairly well. I like to hang out down there because there's some nice lakes down there. Yeah, Curtis Knight, not even close. SK. I see you working that green screen. Have the snow melted there yet? We've got a couple days yet for it to all be gone, but we're starting to see some bare patches now. So the dog's unhappy about it. She was really loving that snow, but nope. It was it thawed really good today, and I think we got a couple more days of that, and it should be pretty well gone. Icicles are huge on the back of the house right now, so be careful out there. But anyway. Let me get started on my little spiel here. So, thanks for joining. So, yeah, like I said, it's starting to thaw out. So, when I started the event here, I kind of threw out a subject just to kind of kick around. So, and I know a lot of folks that are not out fishing right now, unless they're ice fishing, and I don't particularly feel like that's something I want to take up, especially in the part of the world that I live in. The ice can be a little sketchy. So we're a little south of the ice belt here. So every other couple of 3 years, we get a good freeze where you go on a small pond or something, you'll be all right. But other than that, you probably want to stay off the ice around here. So, hey, Nick Atwood, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining. And I'm trying to keep up as we go. Goreville, okay, Stuart said Goreville, Illinois. Yeah. You're close to Tunnel Hill down there. I got a buddy down there. His name's Vernon Hale. Vern Hale lives down in Tunnel Hill. And he's a good buddy of mine. I hear there's some good hunting down that way. So, not that I hunt, but it's pretty territory down there. So thanks for joining us. I'm going to be down your way in late April, Stuart. We're going to be down at. Kyle says, "Hey, let's go fishing." Yeah, you about need an ice pick to go right now, but a couple days it'll start to open up. But now we're going to be down at Giant City State Park in the last week of April, or no, not the last week of April, second to the last week of April, and going to be fishing some of the good areas down there. So we're going to spend some time on Devil's Kitchen, which I really love, and probably Cedar Lake, Kincaid. and maybe Crab Orchard. I'm not sure yet, so we're still working on that. Yeah, SK, I have been working on the LiveScope thing. I still haven't figured out the stumps yet. those are a little bit of a challenge apparently. So we've I know Blake Ray's got those mastered, but I'm still trying to figure them out. So I guess it's easier when they're actually above the water, but when they're below the surface, you know, even though you can see them on the LiveScope, I have trouble staying on them. Yeah, I hear you too, Nick. Nick says he's bored. He wants to be out fishing. I totally agree with that. So hit Kincaid. Blake says hit Kincaid once you. So basically, ice out. Right after ice out, hit Kincaid. That's a good strategy. So, peeking in. Hi, Missy. How you doing? Missy, are you related to? Is it Michelle Sinclair? If you are, give me a shot. Give me a shout. Boat controls key for small structure. I do have the spot lock. I've got a Tarova trolling motor with the spot lock. And yeah, I mean, ideally you think you kind of get locked on that structure, and you know, my problem is, I guess, because I've got the LiveScope, I've got the separate handle, right? So it's hand operated for the transducer, and you know, you get a little bit of wind and you got the spot lock on. Oh, one and the same. Hey, okay, good deal. So anyway, the spot lock kind of, you know, if you got a little bit of wind, kind of moving around a little bit, it's kind of hard to keep that transducer pointed right at what you're looking at, you know. So you gotta, okay, I see. So good deal. Thanks, Missy. I was wondering about that because I was like, I know that name, but yeah. So I know sometimes people change their handles for various reasons on Facebook there. So I know a few people that have to change their handle on Facebook about every other week because they get kicked off, you know. So, but anyway, so like I said, I kind of threw out a subject for tonight's discussion. It's basically just, you know, what do you do? How did I say it? So right now, I guess it's kind of the off season, if you will. You know, and for me, you know, I really don't think there's a fishing off season, if you will, because you know, I used to go when as you want to start throwing a marker. Yep. So, well, true. That's true, Curtis, for probably a brush pile, but when there's 1,000 stumps, you know, you're basically moving from one stump to the other, so you're not sticking on those very long. Almost locked on the spot. Absolutely. SK says spot lock should be called almost locked on the spot. You know, so I guess it's supposed to keep you within what 25 feet of your GPS point or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it moves. If you get in the wind, and I've got that John boat thing going on, right? So got a little bit of wind, man. That thing's moving around some anyway. So kind of back and forth, and that motor gets all crazy, especially. You have the white. I do. Yeah, I have the white puck, Blake. Oh, did you see me there, Ron? You should have said, "Hey, I I hung out there for a couple hours. I was in line for a couple hours, just trying to get out of that place." But Yeah, that thing when the wind's real light, it kind of gets stupid. It doesn't want to cooperate. It'll all of a sudden go on like 10 and go in a circle on you. It's crazy. I've had that happen a couple times. It's like, what the heck are you doing here? You know, we hadn't even moved off the spot, and that thing's going crazy. But no, so like I say, there's not really an off season for fishing for me because I used to go to power plant lakes all the time in the wintertime when it got too cold for the other lakes. I'd go to Coffeen Lake power plant up here, but you know, they shut that down. So closest decent one to me now is a couple hours out, and even the one that's probably more popular, Lake of Egypt. They shut down a one of their boilers there too. So they have but from I've been watching 3 Pound Fishing trying to get his boat out of the ice to go to a tournament at Egypt. So apparently they're not running that thing much, or if at all. So it's interesting, but like I say, it's a 2 hour drive, and you know if I'm going to go drive 2 hours to go fishing, it's probably going to be when there's not a bunch of crap on the roads getting all over the boat and icing up the boat and all that. So we'll give it a couple minutes, maybe try to get out in a couple weeks to power plant. But you know what do you do to? Oh, is that right? Egypt's not going to run anymore. Is that what you're saying, Blake? Man, that sucks. But you know what? It don't bother me a whole lot because that lake always kicked my butt when I went there. I've been there 3 times. I caught one bluegill. Oh man. So Blake says Egypt's done too. So that's going to be that's going to be that's going to be a hit to the guys that like to fish that thing. So there's some nice fish in there for winter fishing too. Um, but yeah, so you know what's the guy to do in the off season now? So yeah, I imagine you sit around and you work on like me. I've been kind of scheming on where I'm going to go next, where I'm going to fish this year, where I'm going to camp this year, stuff like that. So making some reservations, getting stuff set up for that, and kind of making sure I got the boat in order. So I've got a couple of couple of small things to do, just kind of get everything tuned in like I like it, and I think I'm going to add a they might add a step thing on the front of the trailer to. You say Nabercanka? I'm not sure what that means. Okay. Anyway, so okay. This is apparently why they have moderators on YouTube. Da, 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 da. Let's see if I can do something with this. Yeah. We had a couple of people in here playing around. Hold on for just a minute. What? Oh, I put that on hold. I'm not sure how we do this. All right. Anyway, yeah, we had some people in here playing around on the thing. On the chat in YouTube. All right. All right, onto our business. Hopefully, we can make that not happen. I might have to lean on some folks to be a moderator here in the future if that keeps up. It's like we got some knuckleheads out there playing around. So anyway, what do we got? Okay, so what's got to do in the wintertime then? So like I say, I've been working on the boat, doing some maintenance, doing some plotting for next year or this year. Delete. And then yeah, I hear you, Blake. All right. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. So anyway, that kind of got me. Anyway, I've been planning some stuff this year, so been making reservations, stuff like that. Plan on maybe doing a couple little oddball projects. One, because I'm out of material for my. I've used almost all of my fishing material. Let me get back to my software here. All right, that's better. So, Missy, my YouTube channel is PFG Fishing, and it's I am also on Facebook as Panfish Guy, and I'm buddies with Ray. If I know you know Ray, so known him for probably 30 years. So anyway, so yeah, I've been planning, my time away from the old insurance factory to go fishing. I got some stuff set up. Got most of my year planned out, or most of the first few months planned out anyway. But and then the rest of it's just going to be like doing local stuff, So, for instance, I'm going to, like I said, I've been doing a lot of I don't know if you guys have noticed, a lot of tech stuff lately. Video. I've been working on new tech stuff on the YouTube and all that. So things look a little different these days because I've been playing with that. Got a website up and running finally after a year. So just kind of doing something so I don't have idle hands, because idle hands get you in trouble. But I think I've been looking at. I went to the tackle show at Grizzly Jig. It was cool. There were a lot of people there, and it took like an hour and a half to check out. So I'd much rather probably go there when there's only a half dozen people there. Like you normally see when you go in that store. So. But it's a cool new store. It's definitely worth checking out if you haven't. So it's a big place, and people there know what you're. If you're asking a question, they know what you're talking about, which that's not always the case retail. So they really know their business there. But so anyway, I've just been got idle hands doing stuff. Thinking about sitting around trying to tie up some double minnow rig setups, stuff like that. Just so we're because those things aren't cheap, and they quit selling them at the Walmart here. they don't carry them anymore. So they were rather cheap at Walmart, but they were kind of if you buy them elsewhere, they're a little more expensive. So I was disappointed by that, but you know, I can tie up my own too. I just gotta kind of tear one down and see what, you know, get some dimensions on them. I should be able to make up some of my own. And Mike Baker has a cool video on how to do those too. So if you ever get a chance, check him out. He's got a lot of good info on his channel. But what else did I want to do? Like say, if you're on, guys, say hi, give me a shout. The chat kind of calmed down a little bit. So, and what's interesting is I can't see how many people are on. So like, looks like on my 724 I might have 2, but I can't tell how many I've got on YouTube without changing the page here, which I guess I can. 7. So we got 7 watching on there. Some might be those those folks that were messing around a while ago too. So, but also I want to try to maybe, you know, I've kind of been thinking about I want to do some more walleye fishing this year. So I'm probably going to play around, tie up some more tie up some crawler harnesses. I happened to buy a little kit, or actually it was kind of given to me to do a review on. And after I got to looking at it for a while, and I was looking at a couple of videos, it's all the stuff I need to tie up crawler harnesses. So I'm gonna work with, you know, there's blades and little floats and beads and all that stuff in there. So I'm gonna use that to try to get myself some crawler harnesses tied up for for doing some walleye fishing. We'll probably go down to Bull Shoals this year, give that another shot. That was a lot of fun. Caught some good crappie down there too, not unintentionally, but caught some good ones. And then try to get on some walleye down there. Maybe try to go to North Fork too. But what else? Yeah, and so I, you know, like I said, I've been doing. Oh, cool. Hey, Missy. So you are Marley Jane on YouTube. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Awesome. So anyway, so we're thinking about, like I say, I want to get down to North Fork. There's Beaver Lake down there. There's lakes all over down there I want to get to. So, but so that's probably going to be early summer by the time I get around to that, because I've got. Yeah, definitely, Missy. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been, you know, where am I going to go this year? And there's two that I always go to. I always go to Reelfoot Lake in May, and last year that kind of got knocked down because of COVID and all that, and so didn't really get I did get down there for a day trip, pretty much, but I spent the rest of the week that I normally go to Reelfoot over in Arkansas at Bull Shoals. So, and you know, so I want to get over to Bull Shoals again. We're going to Truman, which is new to me, in late March. So Blake, I don't know if who am I thinking of? Oh, I don't know if Jason's on or not, but I'm looking for tips for. I'm looking for tips for fishing at Truman this year. Late March, early April. We're headed down. We're going to spend 4 days down there, and I know there's a lot of timber, so I suspect there's. Seen a lot of guys spider rigged there. Seen a lot of guys. One pole with the LIvescope. If I ever get decent at that, maybe I'll give that a crack down there too. But So we're headed down to Truman that week. Going to be staying at Bucksaw, but we're taking the camper down there. So I don't know what the cabins are like. I've never been there before, so it's all new to me. I got a frog in my throat. Hang on. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna do that, and then late April, going down to Giant City State Park, and that's down in Carbondale. It's not real terribly far from me, but it's my birthday week, so I typically take the week off and go. And this time I only took 3 days off, but I'm going to spend like 4 days down at Giant City State Park, and it's easier than. What do you prefer, Blake? If you had a preference to. If you had a preference there, yeah, I know the one Poland thing. That's weird. Okay. Oh, it goes out. It goes out to all three. I see. I see what it's doing. Okay. All right, SK. Thanks for joining us, man. Hey, guys, too. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out SK's Crappie Catching Adventures. He's down there in Texas. Hopefully he's thawing out by now, but he's got some good content on YouTube, so you got to go check him out if you're into that sort of thing. He's got some good stuff. Take care, buddy. All right, so where were we though? So yeah, going down to Giant City. So yeah, he's a good guy. He's an awesome guy. But yeah, yeah, I get that. If there's too much stuff in the water, Thomas Street invited. Oh, yeah. If there's too much stuff in the water, spider rigging can get a little crazy. I've always tried to, like Reelfoot's not bad, but I've gotten in like there's little lake down in southern Illinois, Devil's Kitchen. Basically, that thing is just full of treetops, and you try to spider rig in there, and you're not you're not going to stay unsnagged very long. Is all I can say. That place is just crazy full of stuff. So at some point, if the stuff's too heavy, you gotta do one pole or jig in or cast in or something, because you can't maintain a spider rig setup on a place like that. But I've seen it go both ways. We're probably going to try both. I'm just curious, what's more effective. I know you can target. We're looking at putting fish in the boat. So and we can probably do it either way. But we like to not come home with like to come home with a few bags of fish anyway. So that's the object of a trip like that. So we'll see, but it ought to be fun. And then like I say, that week in April, we're probably going to fish at that Devil's Kitchen down there, Cedar Lake down in southern Illinois, Kincaid, and maybe Crab Orchard. You never know. I really like Cedar Lake. I've kind of had a hard time getting on fish there, except for like one spring, a couple weekends in a row. I got in them pretty good back in one of the creeks. But oh yeah, yellow bass. Oh, that's just like Reelfoot though, Blake. You're always catching catfish and drum and for some reason, I like to use the bobbers on my spider rigs. So for some reason, the particular type of bobber, I don't know if it's just that type of bobber, that color or something, but the gar are attracted to them, and they come up and nip at your bobber, and you try to pull your bobber away from them, and next thing you know, they grab your minnow as they see that minnow moving and they grab it. So yeah, you got to fight the gar and the drum, and yeah. So I know that story very well. Yeah, all kinds of other critters bycatch, if you will. So yeah, they had a lot of them too. Yeah, for sure. They kind of, the last couple times I was up there though, we didn't catch very many. I don't know if they're starting to thin out up there, but I know in the wintertime we used to catch a bunch. So we'll see. We'll I guess we won't have that problem anymore though. So anyway, so I got that giant city thing. We're gonna hit a bunch of lakes down there, hang out, and then Reelfoot May 9th through the 16th, and never know, we may take a day trip to Grenada, but that's TBD type thing. And then we got Mr. Johnny Fox on YouTube with us tonight. He lives down near Kentucky Lake, so I think we're going to maybe go down and try to pay him a visit later this summer or something. Try to catch some bluegill or something. So I've been wanting to get on Kentucky Lake, and we actually talked about doing it a couple years ago when we were at Reelfoot and just taking like a day trip over, but didn't end up working out. But yeah, that's one place I always, I've been to. I was been there as a kid, but one place I've always wanted to get to fishing. So that's kind of on my agenda for this year. And yeah, that's about. But so what do you all do to prep for or during the off season, if you will? I know Blake's probably tying jigs. He's got a ton of jig orders. But what do you do to idle the time away when when you're not fishing? You build structure to put in the lake. What do you do? Like to hear what maybe get a little crafty. I've been doing some crafty stuff lately, so I built a little put together a little I don't even know what to call it yet. Basically, it's a bucket, and I set it up to where I've got a 12-volt battery in it with a charger, and I put a mount for a what do you call it? An anchor light on the boat on top of the bucket, and I've got my my YoloTech Power Stick 53 that mounts in that thing, and I've got basically like a little portable powered redneck tripod bucket thing. I don't even know what to call it yet, but it's it's something that I'm going to be using when I go film. Maybe if I go film with other folks like Blake or what have you. So rebuilding the transom. Yep. That's always fun. You just replacing wood in there, Johnny? Victor says he's tying crappie jigs. Yeah, there's kind of a delay here. I'm seeing it on one screen, but not on the other. That's weird. Okay. Still trying to figure out my software, guys. So, yeah. So, like I say, just kind of getting ready for the new year and all that. Okay. Wood and some fabrication. Yeah. I bought an old John boat some years back that somebody had actually sold it for scrap, and there's probably good reason for it because it leaked like a sieve. But I had a little pond. There was a little pond out at the gun club I belonged to that I put that boat out there on it. But yeah, I had to do a little bit of work to keep some of the water out anyway, and stabilize the transom because it was just metal. So I put plywood on the transom and did a lot of sealing and stuff. And you still if you're out there for 4 or 5 hours, you'd still have an inch of water in the bottom of the boat, but it was fun. As long as it wasn't cold out, you're fine. So, but yeah, I know that story. Had some cracks in the support. Yeah, I know that. I know that story. I've got some cracks in my supports too. Legs are starting to give out on me, guys. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to do with the boat too is I'm going to get one of them step things put on my trailer where I can just kind of walk up onto the deck of the boat rather than climb up onto the deck of the boat, and on the inverse to walk down off of the boat, because I've gotten to the point where when I come off the bow of that boat, when I trailer it, it starts to get a little sweet. So Stuart says he's rebuilding a John boat, added the Tarova trolling motor and a Humminbird Mega BI plus SI. And okay. Let me go handle something right quick. Okay. So yeah, I don't know how these folks are finding me. But you're building a I'm assuming is that a trolling rack, spider rigging, or spider rigging and or troll it, pulling cranks, or both? That's Stuart. And if you're doing that, where you plan on doing that at? Is what I want to know. Where's the good spots? Because well, I don't know. I mean, I imagine you could rig. Crab's probably a good place to spider rig. I know it's not terribly deep and it's big, but I know Devil's Kitchen's got a lot of stuff in it. Grassy's got a lot of stuff in it. Seen some spider rigging going on at Kincaid as well. So that'd be interesting to know where you head to do something like that, though. Just because maybe I'm missing something. But well, so we're at 7:45. I tried to go about an hour here. So what else we got? Oh, so updates on the YouTube channel. And not to move on from what we do to kill the time in the wintertime, but we as of this afternoon, we had 462 subscribers. We still got a giveaway going on, so if you're not registered for that, or get yourself registered. We're giving away some great stuff, including a brush pile jig kit, a Odds Pro spinning reel. These are pretty nice too. I've got like 3 of them. It's a Chinese reel, but I really like them. They're pretty slick. And then we got a Ozark JP1102 spinning, or JP1102 jigging rod. I'm just trying to pay attention to my chat thing here too to make sure there's no more jokesters showing up here. So, so Ozark JP 1102 Rod, dozen getting jiggy jigs, and Blake, I gotta holler at you about about getting those getting together on those. I placed an order the other night. I don't know if you saw it or not. Excuse me. But maybe we can coordinate that where I can pick up those jigs when I pick my order up too. So, and a hat, a panfish guy hat, and they're almost done. The lady who does them had she works on them in her garage, and she's like, my garage has been too cold for 2 weeks, so they kind of got put on pause, but we should have them maybe later this week because she said she'd get back at them this weekend. So we'll have hats coming up, and what else? Just kind of looking at my notes here. Man, I'm all froggy tonight. But yeah, one other item on the giveaway too, and this is a big item. A 4-hour summer LiveScope guided trip for one person at Ren Lake, donated by Buckbrush Fishing Guides. And so, bunch of great items. Good. Oh, sweet. Okay. Awesome, Blake. Yeah, I'll catch up with you. Like say, we're probably a few weeks out on that, on actually doing a winner on the giveaway. So, provided you're not too backed up, which I don't know, how's orders going? You staying busy? But if you're not too backed up, then we can probably just pick them up at the same time. So we'll figure it out. But and then what else do we got? The giveaway's still going on. There's a couple of guys that I think you won in, but I don't think you're getting to the right place with your comment. So Gary Campman, I know he keeps commenting on the Facebook, but he's not getting his comment to YouTube. So I got to see if I can help him out. And anybody that needs help getting registered, $500 a week. Wow. Well, at least you're not fishing all the time, right? So you got time to do it. But yeah, so it's but anybody that needs help getting registered for it, if you think you're not getting to the right place, and what have you, so just give me a shout and I can help you get signed up. I want everybody to get a chance at it, and if you're already subscribed, that's fine. So we'll go from there. But yeah, just give me a holler if you need help getting registered for it. And my next few videos are just going to be like projects. So that redneck bucket thing I was talking about, I filmed that, and I'm gonna touch that up. And then might be doing some cooking videos because everybody loves my fish. So might be doing a couple of cooking videos coming. I've actually got a little bit of stuff filmed, but just need to kind of tie it all together, so. But I did, when I first started the YouTube channel, I did a crappie taco recipe. Problem was, I really had no clue how to make a video back then, so it was there was no talking, there was no, hey, here's my recipe, here's how I do this. It was just kind of like, watching me do this, and I'm not telling you anything. So we're going to do a reboot on that, because that's a pretty cool recipe. I really like that one. The wife really likes that one. So, but I think, let's see, what else we got? Okay, so like I said, we'll have some videos coming up, but they may not be totally fishing related. They might be cooking, they might be other stuff, little projects or something. I do have a walkthrough thing I want to do on the boat too, with all the upgrades and stuff I've done. So, and still got a couple things to touch up before I get into that. And what else? Make sure you check out our friends. We got a ever growing list of friends that you need to go check out. So, Blake Ray at Blake's jigs are awesome, especially the Gray Ghost. I couldn't agree with you more. I ordered a bunch. I think I ordered another dozen, if I remember right. I think I got some quarters though. So, yeah. So, but anyway, so check out our friends. We've got a ever growing list of friends you need to go check out if you're into fishing, jigs, stuff like that, looking for new gear. And that is Getting Jiggy Jigs out of Columbia, Illinois. He's on Facebook and YouTube, or Facebook and YouTube, Facebook and the internet, gettingjiggyjigs.com. And he makes some awesome premium hand-tied jigs. And I mean, I tell you what, I beat those things off the rocks and off the bridges and off of timber and everything else, and I've yet to have any paint come off of any one. They're really good, and they don't come apart, man. I mean, you can abuse them. You can abuse them. You know, the only reason I have to change them is because I break them off. You know, so, and I got to work on that. I got to get some better line or something. You know, so. But definitely check Blake out. Check out Getting Jiggy Jigs. He's got some great stuff. Brush Pile Jigs out of Decatur, Illinois. They're going to be doing some stuff, or I'm going to be doing some stuff with them this year. And they make some really nice plastics and some nice kits and some really good stuff here. These are very durable, and there's one in particular I've used for probably the last 4 years that I just catch. I catch hundreds of fish on it. It's called, and it's not necessarily the style, but here, let me show you this one. Not necessarily the style, but it's like the color combo. So this is called and yeah, the color's a little distorted in my software here. Hopefully you can see that, but that's a blue called Wyatt's Blue Magic it's got a sharp tail on it. Man, I'll tell you what, and this is a brush grub style, and I've caught hundreds of fish on those things. I mean, and there are other colors too, but that Wyatt's Blue Magic, for some reason, just fish can't get enough of. So this is good stuff here. But this is actually the kit that's in the giveaway. So, and then we got, of course, Buckbrush Fishing Guides, or let me say it right. I always say it wrong for some reason. Buckbrush Fishing Guides, and they're out of they're out of Wren Lake, but they fish other places too. Blake's part of that outfit too. So make sure you go check them out. Book a trip with them. They will get you on some fish. And of course, our friends at my724outdoors.com. It's got a really cool web page and a Facebook page. Also, there's a group too, and he's got some really good stuff out there. A lot of fun stuff outdoorsy, you know, but it's all user generated. Whatever you guys post there is what content is on their site. So. There's some really neat stuff on there. Kind of, you know, there's herping, there's mushroom hunting, there's hunting, there's fishing, there's all kinds of just outdoor stuff, you know. So it's a pretty neat site. So you guys got to go check it out. Beyond that, what else? Just this is like the commercial minute, I guess. So. Make sure you go check out my social media sites. So we got Panfish Guy, or PFG Fishing on YouTube, Panfish Guy on Facebook, Daniel Palmer 5623 on Instagram, at PanfishG on Twitter. I'm trying to remember these all off the top of my head. And of course, we do have a website up and running now. Not a whole lot. I did some updates last week. Still not a whole lot interactive going on there yet, but hopefully we'll going to start maybe trying to post a blog, maybe post once every other week or so, just to kind of make things more interesting out there. So, but it's panfishguy.com on your browser. So check it out. I don't think YouTube or Google's picked it up in their searches yet, but if you type into your address bar panfishguy.com, it'll pop up. So, but anyway, that's all I got. Make sure if you haven't already on the YouTube, make sure you give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Helps us out and helps YouTube say, hey, people like that video, we'll recommend it to other people. So trying to, as I like to say, manipulate, and I can't say it, manipulate the algorithm. There you go. So anyway, they're probably spying on me right now for saying that, but yeah, like I say, make sure you check out our friends, and I think I'm out of here for the evening. We're starting to thaw out here in Southern Illinois, so hopefully next weekend or so we'll be able to get back out on the water. So might have to check out Blake's tip for that ice out on on Kincaid Lake. So anyway, y'all have a good evening. I am out of here. Don't work too hard this week, and we'll talk to you again in 2 weeks. We'll do this again Sunday after next. All right, y'all, take care.